What up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? What up? We got live coverage from Nepal. They brought the military in. They got the military in on the protests, the Gen Z protests. You had coverage from AP and Reuters, but the feed went down, so I found the actual source inside of Nepal here. You have a headache? Well, welcome to more headache. Welcome to even more. You can see the military trucks moving up. They've been battling the protesters. Yeah, we just started. Oh boy. So really quick, just to give you guys a breakdown of like what the hell, why is this happening? There was a social media ban. Nepal's government lifted a ban on about 24 social media platforms after the curb-ignited youth-led demonstrations across the country on Monday that saw more than a dozen protesters killed in the capital. Communications Minister Permithi Subba Gurung made this announcement after cabinet meeting following the worst unrest the country has seen in decades. At least 19 people were killed following a crackdown by security forces on the protests, which were fueled by mainly anger over corruption. The protests were led by members of Gen Z, the cohort between the ages of 13 and 28, so the generation younger than mine. I'm a millennial. Popular anger spilled into the streets of the Nepali capital after the government moved last week to block social media platforms including Facebook, WhatsApp, and YouTube, in a move that was widely criticized by riots groups as a tool for censorship. The government had claimed the ban was needed to clamp down on fake news and hate speech, and accused the companies of failing to register. Organizers say the protests, which spread across the country, were not only about the moves against the social media platforms, but were also a reflection of generational frustration at poor economic opportunities and anger at widespread corruption. All the Nepali citizens are fed up of corruption. Every youth are going outside the country, so we want to protect our youth and make the country's economy better. At least 17 people were killed in Kathmandu and more in the eastern city of Itari, according to hospital officials. The Human Rights Office said it was shocked by the deaths of the protesters and urged transparent investigation. You can see that this is a live feed right now. Absolutely is. Woke up. Hey, what up, Ryan? How are you doing? Thank you, Dubsy, for the support there. It's been going crazy. Look at that. They've been going crazy, dude. Trying to pull up some more clips for you guys here. Some of the events leading up to this point. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. If you're just joining us, everybody check into the stream. It's shameful to see international media framing Nepal's Gen Z protest merely against a social media ban. That's not what it's about. The protest was, and still is, against a corrupt system, unchecked government privileges, and years of exploitation. Reducing it to just the ban is dishonest and insulting to the movement. Some images of what's going on. What up, Barry? This is in Nepal. It's in the title. Love from Pole, Idaho. How you doing, Idaho? There's some more images. Some world news going on for you guys here.
बायोडाटा लिनुस् हुँडा छाप लिनुस् जे जे लिनुस् लिनुस् हामी सबै दिन तयार छौं हामी नेपाल हामी कतै भागेर जाने कतै केही गर्न
There are anti-corruption protests going on in Nepal, and then also there was a social media ban because of that, and that's fueled the protests even more, to the point where now you have the military came in now to try to crush these protests against the Nepali government. Says you guys are seeing that. You got a post here. Less than 48 hours. Gen Z protests in Nepal did the following: burnt down multiple politicians' homes, increased the protest even during curfew and firing around multiple cities, made the prime minister resign, entered parliament and burnt it. Which there's the video. There's a picture. This is the generation that doesn't forgive and doesn't forget. So that's what they said until not the American ones, maybe in other countries. Overthrew the government less than 48 hours due to corruption. I don't know about being overthrown. You can see banner "Youth Against Corruption" in the video shared by propaganda news agency. Oh yeah, they're saying it's about just the social media ban, but it's really against the corruption in Nepal. Alright, let's go back to the live. It's Nepal. Yeah, Nepal is an independent country. They're their own country, not owned by, or I mean, in the politics of it, I'm not really in on that yet. I can look into a little bit of that, but in terms of it's its own country. It was never fully colonized. Nepal has its own government, its own constitution, signed treaties with the British during the colonial period, though. But today, Nepal is recognized internationally as an independent state, member of the United Nations since 1955, and also maintains diplomatic relations with countries around the world. It has a super bad move with the social media ban. I mean, imagine did you imagine how much worse in 2020 it would have been if social media was banned during the protests? People would have been, it would have brought even more people to it. Like, they would have just been outside and figured out where to go. The old school way, but it would have been, I think, worse. It would have fueled the fire. So that's what we're looking at right now. You got a live feed of the military and the protests. It was live on Reuters and AP, but their feeds went down. So we're just tracking this.
राजेश सिंह भन्ने हो कि नाम एउटै परे तर घटिया चुतिया रहेछ आर्मी म मान्छु भन्ने यस्तो गर्ने म मानेर बिहानै मैले त्यही भएर
So Richard in chat says Nepal is a Himalayan buffer state between geopolitical rivals China and India and is strategic significance to both. Maybe that also gives it benefit to remain independent. But overall, though, the youth of the country are over trying to. Yeah, look at their LRAD. Their LRAD has like a giant machine gun on it. Now they're sitting. So you got an anti-corruption protest taking place, fueled by Gen Z, the youth generation in Nepal, and it's escalated to the point of the military. I think they're kettled, and now they have to they're taking off their shoes, and obviously they don't speak the language or anything like that. Protests usually are the same energy. If you have like a cause and something you're fighting against, so. Everybody let me know where you're watching from if you haven't done so. Hey, Scootin Beaton, thank you so much for following. I'm from the United States, independent media. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't speak the language, or I'm not from the area or anything, but I know this is a big deal. That's all I know. I know this is a big deal. I can empathize with what's happening beyond understanding the language. They're engaging with the military right now. Looked like a higher ranking commander that's talking to the protests. He had some rank on his uniform. What up, New York? Yeah, there are protests in France too, but this is. Look at sitting there and talking with them. This is de-escalation, by the way. The U.S. police should take notes right here. This is a practice in de-escalation. When your side clearly has all the weapons and like can just crush this shit, and instead you have the commander, what looks like the commander, like literally sitting down and talking to him face to face.
दुनिया गयो जेलर त गएको छैन नि उता पदबाट मुक्त छैन नि जेलर छ हाम्रो जेलर त अहिले जेलर कहाँ हुनुहुन्छ एक्ज्याक्ट थाहा छैन तर म जेलरलाई बोलाउँछु यो चाहिँ के भने जेलरले छोड्नु भयो भने हामीले तपाईलाई रोक्न मिल्दैन बोलाइदिन्छ यति चाहिँ तर त्यसको लागि भनेर आएको तपाईहरु अघि सुरुको भन्दिन जहाँबाट यो फुट्यो नि त्यहाँसम्म गएर बस्नु ल म जेलरलाई ए भित्र पुरै एक्जाम नि छ हैन रोडमा हैन भने रोडमै बस्नु रोडमा भन्नु भएको 1 किलोमिटरको छटपस्ट भएको छ ल म भित्र छिराउँदिन यो गाडी त्यहाँ अगाडि आन्छ हामीलाई जबरजस्ती भित्र ठेलाउँछन् तपाईलाई यति गर्छु हैन दाइ न्याय माग्न आएको नेपालमा मलाई 10 वर्ष बिना माले आफ्नो देशमा म सुरक्षित छैन दाइ भनेको कुरा पखन के आधा घण्टा विश्वास गर्नु एकछिन हजुरहरुले के भने हामीले के उपाय गरिरहेछौँ फोन गरिरहेको हुन्छ फोन गरेको यही हो हजुरहरुले फोन गर्नुभयो यही मगाउनु हो तपाईहरु अर्को कुरा अनिल छैन अलि बिस्तारै बोल बाबु तपाईको यहाँ मिल्ने कुरा गर्नु किन आयो त्यो सोच्नु हामी किन आयो त्यतिकै त छैन होला हैन र एउटा कुरा चाहिँ म भन्न तपाई त कुरामा भुल्याएर यहाँ दुई जना मान्छे ठेल्दै लग्दै हाल्दिरहेछ म सबै हेरिरहेको छु मान्छे उता लग्दै छ गलतफहमी हो ए अनिल भागेर गएको भाइलाई अनिल हैन यहाँ धेरै जना मान्छे
I think like in general you're gonna see like more and more protests picking up. They're trying to get this guy to chill out while they're sitting and talking. I have no idea what they're saying, but you can totally tell like what's going on. That guy was freaking out. He's telling him to chill out. We're sitting and talking.
हाल्नै खोज्दा त यहीबाट नि सक्नुहुन्छ यार अहिले तपाईहरु कति जना हुनुहुन्छ 50 जना नि हुनुहुन्छ अहिले अब यस्तो पेपर परिसक्यो हाल्नु खोज्दाखेरि उहाँहरुले यसै पनि हाल्न सक्छ हामी जाउँ ल हैन हामीले उहाँहरुले जेलर ल्याउँछु भन्नु जेलर बनाउँछु उहाँले भन्नु भएको कुरा हामीले मान्नु पर्छ ल हैन यतिसम्म म जेलर बोलाउँछु हामी मान्नु जहाँबाट सुरु गरेको त्यही गर्नु त्यहाँसम्म चाहिँ जेलर आएर भित्र जानु र सही मान्छेमा किन यस्तो ए बाबु जेलर आफै भागेन छैन जेलर बस्नु हैन भिडियो हो बाबु अहिले बस्नु नि जहाँबाट सुरु गरेको त्यहीबाट जेलरमा बोलाउँछु घरमा गएर भन्छ
Hey, what up, Bagels? We also have protests in France taking place. I might have to rename the... We should go back and forth quick between Nepal and France. I changed the title of the stream to include France. We're gonna go back and forth. So it looks like the military and the protests are trying to keep it de-escalated. We'll see how that one picks up, but we got the protests in France here too. Looks like they're going crazy. Alright. We'll come back to the protests in Nepal. I feel like it's gonna be a season of protest again. I mean, we got protests coming up in Chicago. I saw a bunch of videos. That just happened over the weekend, but like we're gonna have American protests. There's gonna be a European protest. This on AP right now. The block everything protests. Wonder if we can get better audio than this. This audio is not good. Yeah, this is the best one. I'm not seeing any other feeds. Oh, you got Sky News. Oh, they actually have better audio. At least they have better audio, so we'll stick with them. Let's go, new followers on the Twitch. Thank you so much. Thank you, new Twitch followers. Yeah, hit that like button. Help the algorithm. I know it's early. We're doing a breaking news coverage at 3:50 in the morning, my time, so it's definitely unconventional. All right, well, it's okay. So you got the crowd in France moving. Let's look at what's happening in Nepal quick. You got the crowd moving. Thank you, Solo. Thank you for the update on that. Good to see you out of your coma, Ryan. Yo, what up, RA? What up, G Real C? We got a couple protests for you guys live right now. Well, the military is moving the protest in Nepal after violent protests have broke out, clashes with the government, anti-corruption protests taking place in the streets in Nepal with Generation Z, their youth generation there. And then you also have protests in France taking place right now. It says political crisis due to government collapse. Let me look that up really quick. Let's stay here for now. Let me give you guys some information on. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much. Best thing you guys can do is hit that like button. Love from Hawaii. Hello, Hawaii. So the military's still moving with them. So, some details on what's going on in France while we're watching Nepal. Yeah, let me pull up. What are is that all their stuff, or what do they have? I'm not understanding all of the bags and stuff. I'm not understanding that. Yeah, everyone has. That's what I'm wondering. Why everyone has like a bag of stuff. Yeah, do you think they were like planning to camp out there? And that's like all their stuff they had? Okay, so well, before we come back to Nepal, let's go to France really quick. So, what's fueling the protests in France? They're called the Block Everything protests. The protest is protesting the 2026 budget plan put forward by the Prime Minister Francis Bayrou, including 43 to 44 billion euro in spending cuts, removal of 2 national holidays, pension freeze, and reduced public services, including healthcare funding. The movement started on social media mid-2025 and rapidly gained traction, uniting a diverse mix of activists, left-wing, anti-establishment, even parts of far-right and yellow vest-inspired circles. It makes sense. Later, leftist political parties and some unions joined, though so many stayed cautious. On September 10th, protests and blockades spread across major cities, including Paris, Nantes, Toulouse, Montpellier, Lyon, Bordeaux, and Marseille. People chained up, set fires, blocked roads, and disrupted transport services, aiming to paralyze daily life. By political instability, Bayrou's government collapsed under the weight of its budget plan. President Macron just appointed Sébastien Lecornu as the new PM, his 4th or 5th in under 2 years, signaling deep governance instability. Frustration with austerity and inequality is widespread, echoing the Yellow Vest movement, but with its own character. It's more aligned with the leftist values and social justice carried out through decentralized online organization. The movement also reflects broader resentment towards politicians seen as disconnected or self-interested. People accuse the political elite of ignoring the public needs. So, situation on the ground in France as of right now, you got about 100,000 people expected to participate. France has deployed 80,000 officers, including drones, helicopters, armored vehicles, and massive security efforts. There have been major delays and disruptions to highways, trains, and daily commuting. There have been dozens arrested and detained. Numbers range from 75 to nearly 200. The protests compound a fiscal and political crisis in France, rattling financial markets and also EU credibility. With no clear way forward, Macron and a new PM, Lecornu, face urgent pressure to form a viable government and budget. So all that to be said, France is protesting right now to push back against harsh budget cuts and growing political instability. The Block Everything movement is spreading rapidly, powered by social media and a sense that traditional politics have failed the people. All right, some on-the-point details as to why France is out protesting. We're covering both. We got a military movement in Nepal and also protests in France. Nepal is about anti-corruption. Gen Z protests against the government. And then the government censored, they shut down their social media in Nepal, which fueled it and has expanded. You can clearly see it's not just Gen Z, but more than that. But Gen Z fueled. Where's our Gen Z? They're all far right in America, most of them. You know, the right, they've been, our propagandists have been cooking our Gen Z in America. But for Gen Z, it might become political so bad. I mean, like, I'm okay. I'll be able to get a house because I have the military and I'm a veteran. But man, in America, the economic situation for our youth is not good. So they'll figure it out eventually that their future is not optimal. Okay, you're left, and but you can't. You gotta admit that there's a lot of weirdos, huh? Like millennials are mostly like left leaning for sure. We got called all types of names for it. My generation. I wish your friends would protest. Yeah, I mean, it'll be once people realize, like, oh shit. You know, we actually need all the benefits all the boomers had and everything. Or even they are losing their shit too now. So if they're losing, if the boomers are losing, and the younger Gen Z, or excuse me, Gen X, if they're losing their benefits, we can imagine, like, what do you mean? What's going to be there if the government gets their way? You think there will be an economic reset at some point? You really think so? How? A reset as if like a collapse. I mean, that's not going to be that's what you mean. You hope so? Let's turn this up a little bit. Again, guys, we're tracking. Twitch is down. Oh, what happened? It says it's unstable. How about now? Twitch. Hey, you guys, we're on YouTube as well if it's struggling bad. Okay, it's back now. Thank you, Radical Rebop. Yeah, if you guys need to, if it's bad, switch over to YouTube with our YouTube audience here. You said it's crazy how Russian drones it over Polish airspace. Yeah, we covered that last night. Updates to come later. Obviously, we'll get some sleep eventually here, and then we'll dig into what the hell's going on with that. Potential Article 4. No official word from the government or NATO yet on that, but we got some reporting from Polstat saying that it's being considered, so which Article 4 means they're just gonna have a meeting about it. But it's still pretty historical and unprecedented. Duncan LaCroix, thank you for following on the Twitch. Yeah, let's turn this up a little bit here. Again, guys, we will be going back and forth between Nepal and, because look, you got the military out there in Nepal, guns out. But honestly, like the way that the military was handling it was better than what we've seen in other places. They literally, the commander looked like he sat down. Well, he sat down and like talked to the leader of this protest to get him to move at least. I don't think it was like to end the protest, but rather to get him out of where they were at. Meanwhile, in Western countries, look at the difference, though. I mean, like, two stark images, right? This is France, and this is Nepal. And well, the Nepal soldiers definitely have their Kevlar on, and like they're not like all fucking armored though. They have their M16s. I mean, they're not, well, they're less equipped. Their military is less equipped than the French police, but it's the same way in America too. Isn't that wild to think about? When you see both, they don't have lethal force out, but they can exert enough force with this, with what they have on. Oh, a building burning? Oh boy. Hold on, let's go to Nepal really quick. You got a building burning back there. Oh boy. There's a lot of people out protesting in Nepal. Let's go back to that really quick. The Hilton on fire? What the hell? That's a crazy image. Holy, they got like, is that what the high rise is on? Or it's a building behind it. Something near the Hilton's on fire. If it's not necessarily the Hilton itself. At the very least, something is definitely burning in or around that building, that high rise back there. Wild, but like they burnt the. I'll try to pull up the clip really quick. They're going. It's on level 11 in Nepal. We're seeing the military trying to de-escalate, and we saw those images. But overall, like it's been on level 10.
जेलभित्र गोली हान्ने यिनीहरूले हामीले केही नगर्दा
So a couple reports on this. I know we got live coverage right now, but I know there's like, we have 18,000 things happening in America. So I understand like you probably have no idea what's going on here in Nepal and France. But don't worry. You know what? The way I see it, chat, is the rest of the world is all up America's ass in every single news story that happens in our country. So it's time to pay it forward, if you know what I mean. At least on my channel. We obviously were covering, you know, a lot of American-centric news, but there's still things happening around the world. That's important. So really quick, we'll pause the live feeds in Nepal and France just to catch you guys up. Here's a Wall Street Journal report of the protests in Nepal after the Prime Minister resigns. Just to catch you guys all up. What up, Pat? This was like yesterday. It was going, it was full send. And this, it still looks like it's going today too. Oh my God, like literally like beating the police with It says demonstrators attacked homes and properties of political leaders they held responsible for the deaths of 19 protesters. Just people getting shot. Oh my goodness. Protesters set fire to the Prime Minister's private residence, but he remains safe in Kathmandu, a press aide has said. Went up into his house. Oh my goodness. Nepal's Prime Minister Kagda Prasad Sharma Oli said he was heartbroken by the deaths of the citizens during the protests. Oli's resignation makes Nepal the third country in South Asia to force out its government through street uprisings in recent years. Probably China shit. Dang. So that's what's going on in Nepal, and why you guys are watching a live feed of their military and things burning in the background. Wild. What up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We got a couple protests going on this morning around the world, major ones. Nepal and France. See what else I got. I got more than that for you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Here's a CBS News report with some video. Give some more context as to what's going on. Jeez. That's the building that burned right there. This place has lost its legitimacy. So it's just a bunch of videos from CBS, 11 minutes worth of some of the videos from what's going on in Nepal. Sign says stop the corruption. Jeez. Our protesters are armed? Jeez. But they got the Nepal police shields, like they just have them. Reminds you of the 2020 in the police station. Didn't burn like this though. Guys up there on the machine gun. We got live images of Nepal right now too. I'm just trying to catch everybody up on the latest. Chat, you know, before I have a feeling you're going to be seeing similar images again, like this, but America. Okay, let's pause. Let's go to the live feed really quick. It looks like they're moving. This is live in Nepal right now. Another building on fire was back there. See, well, it's not on fire right now, but it was. Unemployment for the youth in Nepal is over 20%. Holy. Is that whose window is that in France? Is that okay. We're gonna stay with Nepal for a little bit here. That gate is tore down. The gate got torn down, ripped through. You guys are just tuning in, we're watching live images in Nepal. Military is trying to crush the protests over government corruption. That's escalated pretty significantly. Got multiple deaths, multiple protesters have died. And also their social media was temporarily banned, but it has been restored. Hey, what up, DJ Zandra Nor? Did the gate explode or what happened at the... There was like an explosion at the gate. Or something. What's all the charring and the... I'm not sure what happened at this gate here. Must be from some of the scenes we were watching from yesterday. So again, just to catch you guys up, overall, the protests and everything you're seeing happening here in Nepal. Protests have swept across Nepal since September 8th, after the government abruptly banned Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, and X, sparking outrage among Gen Z, but also tapping into a deeper anger over corruption, nepotism, and a stagnant economy. Tens of thousands took to the streets, especially in Kathmandu, where attempts to storm parliament were met with tear gas, water cannons, rubber bullets, live fire, leaving at least 19 dead and hundreds injured. Demonstrators have torched government offices and political leaders' homes, forcing Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli to resign and the social media ban to be lifted. Yet the unrest continues as young Nepalis demand not just policy reversals, but sweeping reforms and real accountability from those in power, according to the protests. Yeah, they definitely went in there and... Did everything get tossed, or what happened in here? These are all the people with their bags are coming from? Looks like there's still tear gas or whatever in the air. Yeah, we were looking at images of some of the protesters grabbing the bamboo sticks and hitting them back. That's what that is, huh? Big bamboo stick? I'm not sure what this building is. It looks like the front gate was blown down. There's like a view, looks like a bus burned out. We got the fire department there. the police, the military. Let me try to look this up here. We have France too, guys, so. Oh. Oh, that's okay.
Getting in latest shots from Nepal, where the army is on standby as they are set to broker talks between the protesters and the authorities on who is the next PM. So this is very important, viewers, because remember that the army has taken control of Nepal, and we're getting some fresh developments coming in on the story. Latest pictures coming in from Nepal, as the big question would be, of course, that who will lead Nepal next. In charge of the security. A lot of updates are coming in, and we have a ground report as well. Let's go and play it out for you.
Okay, so I thought they were going to share the story. But anyways, Nepal protesters targeting prisons, helping 1,600 inmates escaping. So this was likely a prison. And yes, it looks like it with the barbed wire up top. So they targeted prisons, helping 1,600 inmates escape. Army swung into action and took control of the situation, which is what we're seeing right now. As parts of jail premises were set on fire. Hunt is on to nab those who fled. As many as 1,500 inmates of the total of 1,700 at Jumka prison on Sunsari escaped on Wednesday as widespread protests trigger unrest in Nepal. Nearly 60 prisoners from Bharatpur jail in Chitwan also fled, and several attempted to escape in Burgunji jail in Parsa. According to authorities, prisoners breached the security cordon and broke the boundary wall, vandalizing and setting... Hold on. More fire? There's like more fires. Going into the prison. Yeah, this is live feed inside of Nepal right now. According to authorities, prisoners breached security cordon and broke the boundary wall, vandalizing and setting fire. This happened after the angry protesters reached the jail premises and drove them out. According to information given by prison administrator Rabindra Dugana, the prisoners had started raising slogans and vandalizing the property in the morning. Soon the situation turned violent when they started setting fire to some areas of the prison. This led to a clash between the prisoners and security personnel. There were 150 security personnel deployed at the prison, which housed more than 740 inmates. The police said the hunt to rearrest the escaped prisoners was underway. Meanwhile, tension escalated in Burjini prison in Pars after inmates tried to escape. The Nepal army arrived at the spot and took control of the situation. I think that's what we're looking at here. The security personnel fired hundreds of rounds of aerial gunshots and also used tear gas to bar inmates from escaping the prison premises. Wow. Gotta be hot. Gotta be hot. How's your guys' morning going? Anyone having morning coffee? Anybody need coffee? Guys, if you could hit that like button too for me, I'd appreciate it. Just to help the stream get out there a little more. Is he using what rifle is that? Bro, is that a World War II rifle?
What is she like?
That's an Lee Enfield. Is that a Lee Enfield? Yeah, it's a bolt action. Press, I need you to move. It's all the same, I guess, no matter what country, huh? Press, you're too close. Back up. I'm gonna need you to back up. Get to the sidewalk. Every time. Yep. Type shit. No matter where. Every time.
लाइभ बन्दै गरिदिनु पर्छ लाइभ बन्दै गरिदिनु पर्छ लाइभ बन्दै गरिदिनु पर्छ एकैछिन अब फेरि हजुरलाई त्यसो गर्यो भने के होला अब अप्ठ्यारो पनि छ भन्न पनि गाह्रो छ
Is that fine?
अलिकति
Yeah, I'm not saying that the Enfield's bad. I was just saying that it's just obviously old. They also have old American rifles too, so I mean it makes sense, I guess.
एकछिन लाइभ चाहिँ बन्दै गरिदिनुहोस् है माथिबाटै आइरहेछ हामीले लाइभ चाहिँ तपाईहरु नगर्दिनुहोस् भन्ने कुरा लाइभ भइरहेकोले हामीलाई अप्ठ्यारो परिरहेको छ भन्ने कुराहरु अलिकति उधारी
They might be coming out. You can see that something's burning in the distance.
Fire?
Blowing bubbles at the police in France. So you got the military outside of prison in the protests against the government there, and then you got let's check into France. And protests in France are because of the pushback to the harsh budget cuts and growing political instability. The Block Everything movement, which is this protest you're seeing in France, is spreading rapidly, powered by social media and a sense that traditional politics have failed. You guys down for me to just do random streams like whenever some shit goes down, or like, is that cool? I don't know if I can do the scheduled everyday stream at the same time. Like, I am not a political influencer. Like, I have my takes, but I can't do that shit at the same time every day. I can't, bro. Like, hey, everybody at 2 p.m. let's be here for the daily political. Like, no, I can't do that. Actually, I've tried. I can be ready for when breaking news happens for you guys, though. Lock the fuck in. There's some more images from the Nepal jail. Hey, what up, Prime Stranger? Good morning. You got the audio from France right now. I wish we had Hoffman on right now to tell us what's being said. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel then with your all notifications turned on, because then you just got to be ready for when it's ready. Yeah. No, Hoffman. I play Broken Arrow with him. He's been in the chat often. Usually educates us on what's happening in France. Hoffman the Frenchman. Mate, my favorite, sorry, when something kicks off and you stream it. Community media, bro. Appreciate that. It's probably a mix of both, Taylor. I don't have details on the, like, I don't have details on what the prisoners were in Nepal. It's likely a combination of unrelated criminals in there and the prisoners from the protests. So.
Because everybody in the street, hey, go, excuse me, English, excuse me, very nice. You in the Macron, motherfucker.
What are they saying now? They're moving forward. Oh, they're moving forward. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Here you go. Oh, jeez. Oh, shit. Going down. They just threw it back. Things are escalating in France. How long until you guys think the tear gas and flashbangs come out? Oh yeah, they're not going, dude. This is like. Are they attacking the? We don't need. I don't need someone talking. We can. There's nobody talking over this, and that's perfect. That's fine. We're about to see the protests. Oh my God! What the fuck is happening? Holy Jesus, bro! What the fuck? They just like charged the protest. What the hell? Holy shit. I haven't seen that. That was wild. Oh boy, that's a tactic. Jesus. just bum rushed them like a mid blitz in the NFL. That was like the Vikings defense and Caleb Williams. That was wild, dude. They like charged up. You guys see they got ready and everything and then sent it at them. That was wild. Is there another stream that's in the crowd? They use the water cannon in France, don't they? That practice has been abolished in America because of how it's been used.
Traffic, burning
What?
bins, at times clashing with police.
Oh, what?
A few moments ago showed a more dynamic
Poland invokes NATO Article 4.
situation. And
The world is breaking.
Let's just show you some
Breaking
of
the
latest
world.
images. These are from a few moments ago. I want to bring you these.
Yeah, we saw it. What about what?
They speak for themselves.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it, Sky News.
Physically storming the front of that protest procession.
I want to know the
Of police officers with their batons, helmets, and shields charging into the front of that protest. There were individuals there with umbrellas up, potentially.
Why do we need a replay? Like, you were live with it. Is there someone better than Sky News and Rupert Murdoch's garbage? They were watching it because they weren't talking, and now they're talking. Anyways, in Poland, Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk says his country would formally request the invocation of NATO's Article 4 in response to the violation of his country's airspace, which that is Article 4 is the parties will consult together whenever, in the opinion of any of them, the territorial integrity, political independence, or security of any of the parties is threatened. So no military action, but this is an official, like, NATO is going to meet now because of the Russian drones into Polish airspace. It's still like that's still like a historical thing to happen. I'll keep you guys updated on that. I would never be Hassan. I actually go to the scene and report on it. We saw what Hassan's reporting is, and that was dog shit. Go out there and take selfies in like the middle of the anti-ICE protest. That was so cringe to watch. We're like, oh, weird. Ironically, Hassan is a source of live stream, and then it was the worst feed. Like, I respect people that will like do their news from home and do the best they can, as long as they're doing the best they can and try to be truthful. But if you then try to take that and then go out into the real life and then you are taking selfies instead of reporting what's happening, then you're a clown. Dang, they went and did that, and now they're... Well, okay, we gotta find a better feed than Mickey Mouse Sky News. We also have the protest still in Nepal against the military right now. I got a post about that. My bad. Chad, let me get a safety meeting really quick and get some posts out there on social media, okay? I got to post that article. I don't think we're going to sleep for a few days. This is why, see, I knew that some shit was going to happen, chat, and that's why I was playing 2K26. No, I'm kidding. I had no idea. I was just playing 2K26 because that's what I wanted to do. We're locked, though. We're locked. Let me get some posts out there about Article 4 with Poland, and then we're not going anywhere with these protests. Right now we're covering Nepal and France, but then I'll get you guys updates on Poland here in a minute. This is the police. You have to leave the area to the south-southwest. You have 15 minutes. You can leave on the exit streets. That's what they're saying. It's in French, but that's basically what they're saying. That's the police LRAD. It's getting crazy in Nepal, or it has been crazy in Nepal too. Let's actually, let's go back to Nepal until I can find a better feed. Of France.
उता गयो हाँ उता गाडी ल्यायो उता गयो
Tell them to move in front. Vinod. कैदीबन्दीहरूलाई नियन्त्रणमा लिनको निम्ति आग्रह समेत गरिराखेको
Alright everybody, so you're watching a stream in Nepal. I had a live feed, I had to go out and make a post. I'm going to do a new thing from now on, including my social media in case you guys aren't on Facebook, X, or honestly if you guys are on YouTube, I posted it in my YouTube posts as well. All of my news postings, and we make a lot, and we go viral for them too, chat, on Facebook. Mod Nikki is posting, I'm posting, and like we get millions of views on the posts. Like we have a pretty viral Facebook page right now. Shout out to everybody on the Facebook or that's following it. But because I understand you guys are either not on that or you don't have that app, I'm also posting onto YouTube in the same way, the exact same posts I do to my Facebook page. So it's like I'm trying to make sure you guys aren't missing those. So you guys can find those right here on the YouTube channel under posts, but they also should be just featured on the homepage now. Thank you, Gene. Hell yeah. So if you guys want to look for those posts, if you don't have social media, if YouTube is your only source of information, completely fine. You can just click in and find all of my posts right here on the homepage. But if you don't see it there for some reason, it's right on the sidebar on the YouTube channel here, and you click posts and you can scroll and see all of them. All these same posts are the same exact news updates I make to the page. I know, I get it though, but my page on Facebook keeps growing. I go where people are. It is what it is. I got a platform, you know, I got news to give out. I gotta go where people are at. I feel it though. You got the police moving up on I gotta find a new France feed. This is, people are being detained now. Oh yeah, of course, Nicholas. Yeah, we're normal over here. See, I can't tell if some of these are from like right now or what. No, it looks like this is just recycling video. Yeah. Oh, here you go. This looks like it's from the protest side from Reuters. Yeah, our platform is the biggest on Facebook. This is in central Paris.
On veut un responsable. On veut un responsable. En fait, on est en train de nous taper de l'autre côté. On fait quoi? On veut un responsable. On fait quoi? Non, il faut parler à quelqu'un, là, vous comprenez bien. En fait, il y a un droit de... un droit de manifester. Le droit de manifester, il est dans la Constitution.
You said what happened to your favorite chair with the eyes? It's right there. Well, it's behind me. It's back there. I had to get a new chair. That one was no more cushion in it. Your friend says Nepal feels like they're living in suspension. No government officially. Protests have ended. Military is neutral. Domestic forces back outgoing government. I wonder, like, if the numbers and the letters on the back or how they easily can identify each other. Yeah, just tuning in. Good morning. We're tracking a few sets of protests. Also, I had to make a post that Poland has invoked Article 4 officially. So we got international news going on early this morning, which again is the military active in the protests against the government and the corruption in Nepal. That's been pretty violent over the past few days. You got the Block Everything protests in Paris, which are also as a result of the corruption and the budget proposal in France. 43 to 44 billion in spending cuts. So that's why. So just to give you a rundown of France really quick, the protests are protesting that. I'm sorry. Safety meeting was good. The 2026 budget plan put forward by Prime Minister Francois Bayrou, including a 43 to 44 billion in spending cuts, removal of 2 national holidays, a pension freeze, and reduced public services, including health care funding. The movement started on social media mid-2025 and rapidly gained traction, uniting a diverse mix of activists, left-wing, anti-establishment, parts of the far right, and yellow vest-inspired circles. Later, leftist political parties and some unions have joined, though many stayed cautious. So kind of like a wide range of a lot of different types of people here. On September 10th, protests and blockades spread across major cities: Paris, Nantes, Toulouse, Montpellier, Lyon, Bordeaux, and Marseille. People chained up, set fires, they have blocked roads, and disrupted transport services, aiming to paralyze daily life. Bayrou's government collapsed under the weight of its budget plan. President Macron just appointed Sébastien Lecornu as the new PM. His fourth or fifth in under 2 years, signaling deep governance instability. Frustration with austerity and inequality is widespread, echoing the Yellow Vest movement, but with its own character. It's more aligned with leftist values and social justice, carried out through decentralized online organizations. So even though you got like a wide range of people that are a part of it, it's more, you know, it's more of a tactic of how leftist values and social justice movements have been organizing as of late. Clearly, it's on social media. The movement also reflects broader resentment toward politicians seen as disconnected or self-interested. People accuse the political elite of ignoring public needs. So the scale, the scale of the protests in France. Goodness, need some water. About 100,000 people expected that have been participating. Rough number. They've deployed 80,000 officers, including drones, helicopters, armored vehicles. It's been a massive security effort. There's been major delays and disruptions to highways, trains, and daily commuting. The dozens have been detained. Numbers range from 75 to 200, including more from today that we're seeing take place on, like right now. This is live right now, so that number will be higher. Political fallout, protests compound a fiscal and political crisis in France, rattling financial markets and EU credibility. With no clear way forward, Macron and the new PM, Le Cronu, face urgent pressure to form a viable government and a budget. In short, France is protesting right now to push back against harsh budget cuts and growing political instability. The Block Everything movement is spreading rapidly, powered by social media, in a sense that traditional politics have failed the people. And for Nepal, so that's France. We're in Nepal, so this is from earlier now. So now they're playing old video now, so it might be done. We were watching it earlier, but now they might be just playing old shit now. New swearing in ceremony for a new French Prime Minister while there's protests happening. Yeah, I think the Nepal streams are done. That was the end of the credible video. You're gonna find streams, but they're not credible, like happening right now. They're gonna be recycled video from like yesterday. Like that one, that one. They're showing old video. Yeah, I think we just saw the end. That's from yesterday. Oh, they just like replay. They will just keep feeding the crazy images. But that, you guys should recognize that from the LA protests, and we saw how that works with American news, and these YouTube channels will just replay old video over and over again. So I don't see any credible stream from Nepal now. I think we saw the end of it. But still, to give you guys an update as to why we were watching what was happening in Nepal. The protests swept across Nepal since September 8th, 2025, after the government abruptly banned Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, and X, sparking outrage among Gen Z, but also tapping into deeper anger over corruption, nepotism, and a stagnant economy. Tens of thousands took to the streets, especially in Kathmandu, where attempts to storm parliament were met with tear gas, water cannons, rubber bullets, and live fire, leaving at least 19 dead and hundreds injured. Demonstrators torched government offices and political leaders' homes, forcing Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli to resign and the social media ban to be lifted. Yet the unrest continues as young Nepalis demand not just policy reversals, but sweeping reforms and also real accountability from those that are in the power. And that is the breakdown of each protest and why it's happening. The one in Nepal is significantly more violent in nature. Just to get, well, we can catch up while we are looking at the police and the protest clash in France. Here's just kind of a replay from ABC News of the last couple days. That way we're not just watching recycled streams of it. It's going to show just the breakdown of some of the things that have taken place. We had a chatter give a fun fact that Nepal's flag's the only one that isn't like a rectangle. He's got the Nepal police. Wearing their body armor. How do they even get up there and get that on fire? The whole inside's on fire. Goodness. Oh yeah. You said Nepal has the best flag? Yeah, that building burned. This was yesterday. So we're just tuning in. That's why we're tracking the latest in Nepal. A freaking chainsaw. Trump will stop this war too. Is this Biden's fault? Biden did this. This wouldn't have happened if Obama somehow. I don't even know. I'm too tired to make that connection, but they make it happen. It's crazy though. I've stopped 8 wars. The Nepal war. Looks like they're sitting now in France. Things have de-escalated now. So this is the Nepali Congress Central Office. Good morning, good morning. Why did Biden do this? Holy, what the hell? What the helly? Oh boy, hell no. Oh boy. They're armed and shit, bro. Well, they were. They got all the police's weapons. Oh, there's probably an armory in there. Breaking all their furniture, all their expensive shit in there. No, we're just footage from yesterday. Some more. So this is a ABC News video on YouTube. We're just kind of giving some clips in one YouTube video for us. They had roads shut down. Well, I hope Nepal can figure it out and not, you know, obviously China and India are like, you know, waiting for that to play out. So hopefully hopefully the people of Nepal can hold strong and not allow either India or China to come in and make it a proxy. I'm not sure. I think it like we've seen in the chat, it's like a proxy for both. It can be, but it's independent though. It's one of those, but I hope that, you know, that can result in a democratic government that it works for the people and not, you know, not a proxy state of China or India. You know what I mean? Good night, Haji. I'm gonna be calling it here soon too. I'm running on fumes now. But we've done big news. Yesterday, I was playing gaming all night, but I was getting ready to sign out on my other stream, and I was like, YouTube was up with this, and I'm like, oh, okay, we better cover this for a little bit. But I mean, you got the protesters sitting down in France. I don't have any more streams or any coverage of Nepal at this time. We already reviewed the video. Violent unrest. I think I'm gonna call it, chat. But we'll have more because we have to talk about NATO Article 4. I gotta give updates on what's happening in Poland when I wake up. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. Consider becoming a member of the channel. That's how you guys can support and help keep it running. If anything, just subscribe, like the video. I appreciate that. Follow on the stuff. Do all that. And that helps a lot. But take a moment, subscribe, follow. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Peace.